tracking the ball, making an attempt. That is pretty new to this Pakistan team. I've been part of this setup, and I know that players have been just a little hesitant at times to dive and throw themselves all over the place.
That's a good shot. Imran Nazir needs good reflexes in that point position.
Yes, you can never tell how fast the ball is traveling to you, because it's sliced, and when it's middle, as the last shot was, it's very difficult to judge the speed of the ball. Great anticipation nevertheless.
A no ball. It probably would have been a wide, but it was very quick.
Putting pressure on Herschel Gibbs, bowling him with a couple of short pitch deliveries. It was late on the first delivery that was bowled to Herschel Gibbs. It was a no ball. The ball was travelling quite fast. Second delivery from Shoaib Akhtar. Looking for the cut shot. Beaten for pace and bounce.
Changes pace. A very difficult customer, Shoaib. We've had a bouncer, a quick one, and then a slower ball.
Can really bowl this slower ball well, Shoaib Akhtar. On target. Herschel Gibbs doing rather well, judging the speed on that delivery quite perfectly, playing it down nicely to mid-on.
Shabash, good line.
Well, we have an interesting match here. I think the fans realise that this is going to be a tough chase for South Africa, provided that Pakistan bowl well.
They need to bowl a couple of maiden overs here. Stem the flow of runs.
And that one has really taken off. So much so that it's burst through Moin Khan's gloves for a bye.
That was a very, very quick delivery. Moin Khan surprised with the pace in that one. Fuller in length, and Herschel Gibbs beaten for pace, and also Moin Khan going through his gloves. It's just a little late to react. Wonderful to watch Shoaib Akhtar. That was a quick delivery.
I guess one of the problems you've got as captain and wicketkeeper is that you've got a lot of things on your mind. The keeper really needs to be concentrating very, very hard, but if you're thinking about captaincy and suddenly realise that the ball's on its way down towards you, if you haven't picked it up right out of the hand, then you could be fooled like that. So that's one of the headaches that you have as captain and keeper. You're busy thinking about the strategy and the field placings, and suddenly you've got a fast bowler charging at you, and you realise that you haven't got 100% concentration on the bowler. That'd be a frightening thought. That's a good start from Shoaib Akhtar. South Africa 52 for 1. South Africa 58 for 1. Good short pitch delivery there from Shoaib Akhtar. Time for a change in the commentary position. We have Tony Gregg, and with him the South African captain, Hansi Cronje.
Thanks, Ian. Yes, just watch this delivery sideways on. Sometimes gives you a better idea of the pace. And he looks to me, Shoaib Akhtar, as if he's really charging in. Right at the top of his run, screaming in. He's bowled one slower ball so far, but it really does look as if he's trying to bowl as fast as he possibly can. We'll find out from Hansi Cronje in a minute what he's like to face when he's at full tilt. Have a look at him go. He's letting it go as fast as he can, isn't he?
It's looking a little bit more comfortable here, Tony, at 90 meters away from the ball, but at 151, Sydney's running in very fast, and I think that's been one of the keys to this Pakistan side, is that when he runs in, he makes batsmen play shots that they normally don't do against ordinary bowling. But Sydney is something that's really very, very quick.
In the context of the fastest bowlers in the world, you guys are the best chaps to talk to because you face them. He's obviously right up there, this man, Shoaib Akhtar. Just let's watch this delivery. Bang on target. Who is up there as far as you're concerned?
I'll tell you what makes bowlers awkward is the fact that they get late swing. I remember when I first started 1993, Wasim and Waqar in those days were by far the quickest bowlers, and I think the late swing of the ball had something to do with it. A couple of games we should have won easily, and those two came back at death and really made the ball swing and made it exceptionally hard for us. And this fellow has learned from Wasim and Waqar. He's bowling full, he gets late swing, and I think it's a surprise delivery, the one that he gets above 150. At times it stuffs you a bit.
Have you faced Brett Lee yet?
We faced Brett Lee in a 4-day match, South Africa versus Australia A, but it looks as though he stepped up the gas a little bit in the last couple of years. He certainly has bowled with pace and aggression, both in the 1-days and in the 4-day games. And I think what's particularly impressive about him is his wrist action. He's managing to keep the wrist behind the ball for a long period of time, and gets a good line throughout the game, which is important in cricket.
That was an attempt at a Yorker, probably just slipping down the leg side. But look at that, 154.9 kilometers an hour. That's right up there. He's getting right up there with the really quick deliveries.
It's brought the crowd alive. Been pretty quiet so far today, and certainly when that 154 gets locked up on the scoreboard, it certainly gets them going.
So those are his speeds so far. I think the fastest ball so far is 155.
See, that's the late swing we talk about there, Tony. 58 for 1 after 13.
One advantage is it's just a little bit cooler, and certainly nice pleasant evenings here. But I did hear Ganguly also talking about the fact that not just the pitch is being a little slower this time around, but he also thought that colour of that pitch made a little bit of difference with the white ball, especially when it went off colour a little bit.
It was interesting, Lance Lusner last night coming in after he got the first baller from Venkatesh Prasad, saying that he struggled to pick it up as well. And I think it must be something to do with when you first go in, eyes have to get used to both the ball and the pitch.
Oh, that's the view with one of the fastest bowlers in the world charging in. Slower delivery, nicely played through the onside field. That's very well done. All the way along the ground as well, and into the boundary for 4.
I think what's made Mark Boucher such a lovely player to watch has been his balance. He's so balanced at the crease, and he's a terrific squash player, and I think that's helped him in his balance at the crease. I mean, you look at the way he dispatches the slow ball through the leg side. Very, very good balance.
It's very competitive player and has played some shots since he came out. If the ball's there to hit, he hits it, which is always good to see. 12 of 22 deliveries. Gibbs 42 of 42. He's scoring to run a ball. Yes, the tournaments like this one, I suppose one of the advantages of coming to a nice place like Sharjah is that at least, unlike some of the tours where you're on the move all the time, at least you can settle down in one hotel and unpack your bag.
It's a huge advantage. I don't think the lounge chair specialist sitting at home, switching the television on, expecting players to perform day in and day out, really appreciates the difficulties of traveling, especially in tough parts of the world. When you travel in Mumbai, normally the flights are very early in the morning and you have to get up at like 4:30 to play a match the next day. It is something that I think the ICC is busy addressing, trying to get a couple of days off between matches, especially when traveling, to try and have one travel day and a rest day, and then obviously a practice day before the match and then playing, whereas some of the matches have been only played with a day in between, and it makes it very, very hard on the bowlers. And I think if you look at the South African bowlers in this tournament, they've been able to run in with a little bit more fire than what they were able to get in India, and I think maybe the traveling had something to do with that as well.
You're one of the senior captains. Obviously the captains must get together. You get much joy as a group out of... Oh, that's well bowled. That's an attempt at a Yorker, a fast delivery as well. That one, I bet, 154.6. It seems those full deliveries are the quickest ones. Yes, do the captains get much joy out of their requests of the establishment?
I think there are certain things that they do listen to it, and it's obviously not for the players to run the game. That's not what we're there for, but we can merely make suggestions. And certainly one of the things that the players have been trying to address is the schedule and trying to establish what is the ultimate. I think from a player's point of view, anything between 10 and 12 test matches in a calendar year, and probably between 25 and 30 one-day matches. And obviously trying to keep in mind the travelling schedules as well with those days in between.
Short outside off stump that time, forced away on the offside. And that's the end of the over. 71 for what? 4. Boucher on strike. Oh, and there's a bouncer, and there's a big appeal for caught behind, and he's given him out. Given him out too. That's a beautiful delivery. Very fast ball. Boucher going for the hook shot. There was obviously a little deflection there. Perhaps it was the glove. See if the replay tells the story.
It'll be interesting to see here exactly what height the ball went through. I think Mark Boucher is quite interested to see what height that ball went through.
Yes, interesting one. I suppose the question one would ask is, when he hit it, was it shoulder height? And well, if it had continued its path, just looking there, it probably would have been above the shoulder height. So really, a little bit unlucky, I think, is probably the way to describe that dismissal. 14 of 26 balls. South Africa now 74 for 2.
What height the ball is once it gets to Mark Boucher. Is it above shoulder height in normal standing position? Oh, pretty good call by the umpire, I would say. It's very hard from square on at 150 kilometers an hour to judge that perfectly, but I think he did that reasonably well.
Yeah, it looked from behind as if it was a bit higher than that, didn't it? Looking sideways on.
I think what happened there, Tony, was probably got a top edge, and I think the ball went a little bit higher once it left the bat, and probably looked a little bit higher than what it really was. Let's have another look at it.
Let's see if we can freeze this one here. It's going up quite high at that stage. So there we are. It hit the bat, and it's marginal actually. You could see how that could be given out. The ball then off the bat went up. So certainly not as high as I thought it was. So I'm happy to go along with the umpire on that one. Tough enough at the best of times. Mind you, I'd like to see them allowed to bowl at least one bouncer to the batsman standing bolt upright below the top of his head. That's what I'd like to see happen. I think it's be a better test of batsmen.
Shoaib Akhtar once again to Dale Benkenstein.
Beautiful bowling. Benkenstein really just inside that one a little bit. It looked as if it came back from outside off stump. That's Mr. Benkenstein. Well, he wouldn't enjoy that one too much, I'm sure. No one likes to see their son get bowled out. However, it happens to all dads from time to time, no doubt. The Pakistanis are loving this. That was a good delivery. Came back from just outside off stump and just nicked the stumps. Let's have a look. See that little bit of movement back there? Just beat the outside edge. He was on the crease a little bit. Perhaps would have been a little bit more positive with that defensive shot. Good bowling though. Shoaib Akhtar gets another wicket. South Africa 74 for 3. Lance Klusener on strike. Well bowled, right up there in the block hole again. Klusener on the back of a bit of a bad run, needs some runs.
Maybe he saw the 144 a little bit better than the 122 from Venkatesh Prasad the other day. Certainly South Africa needs Lance Klusener to get some runs here now. This is the delivery, good length. I think the key here was the length from Shoaib Akhtar. Stay down a little bit, but that's the sort of length on this wicket that's been really difficult to get away.
Yes, you're right. That did stay down a little bit. You can see by his reaction there, and certainly that replay from sideways on showed that. Right, there's one ball to go. Klusener just stopping Shoaib Akhtar. I tell you, it's taken Shoaib Akhtar one ball to break that bat. Actually, I saw him having a look at that bat a little while ago. What's he done? Has it gone in the handle or something? Or?
Take some breaking that, because that's all of 3 pounds.
I think it looks to me as if it's right in the middle of the splice. Shoaib now being stretched out a little bit. I don't think he's got a problem. Is there a crack down the centre there? It looks here, right by the splice of the bat, just where the Nancy Cronje was right. There's nothing wrong with the bat. It's just where the handle, in fact, is spliced into the bat.
I think that's often happens with quick bowlers like Shoaib Akhtar. They do get the handle away from the bat, and I think that was just the pace of the delivery early on, maybe hitting the bat quite low early on.
Explain this to us.
Well, I think that Shoaib, obviously, with the amount of pace that he generates, puts quite a lot of strain on his lower back. And I think that's just what he was trying to keep warm whilst the change of bat, trying to keep the back loose. So he makes sure the next delivery is spot on again.
Right, so Lance Klusener on strike. He's had a few problems with his groin, hasn't he, Shoaib Akhtar? Right, Klusener's on strike. 2 slips in position. Tearing away again. Oh, bowling! It's bowling! Beautiful delivery. Magnificent bowling, Shoaib Akhtar. Absolutely spot on target and furiously fast. He's brought this place alive. Not easy. You let these Pakistanis get a few wickets, boy, they love it.
Once again, the length here is very, very good. I mean, that's the same length that got Dale Benkenstein early on.
Good reaction there, and well, look at that over. 3 wickets in the over. Lance Klusener out for a duck. 74 for 4.
Shoaib Akhtar just moving away from Lance Klusener, hitting the middle of the off stump. And Wasim Akram joining up now with Shoaib Akhtar. It's a really important period for South Africa here to try and get through the next 3 or 4 overs, because
weathers the storm. And there is a bit of a storm out there at the moment. Have a look at the speeds in this over. Dwell on those speeds again. That last over, you can see 150.7 the second ball, then around about the high 140s mainly. But as Hansi Cronje pointed out, the thing about that over was he got the length right, he got his direction right, and well, he had a bit of speed in the back of that. So wonderful over. And there was
had to celebrate 3 wickets in the previous over, jumping so high. Once again, this is a quick in-swinging Yorker, even to a batsman of Herschel Gibbs' caliber on 45. Also difficult to get it away.
Right, we'll show back to the start of the new over. Thanks very much for taking time out to come and have a talk to us. Always nice to have some views from the captain of South Africa. Oh, well bowled. Oh, it's gone through the keeper. It's too fast for the batsman, too fast for the wicketkeeper. It's 4 byes.
Thanks very much, Tony. I'll leave you on that note with welcome 4 runs for South Africa, and I'll go down and join my teammates. Thank you very much.
Yes, Hansikron is ready to head out of this place, I can tell you that now. And, well, Ravi Shastri, I can tell you, is desperate to get in here. This is exciting stuff. We've got a match on our hands, thanks to the bowling of Shoaib Akhtar and Wasim Akram. Shoaib now moving back to his mark again, bowling very fast, but looks as if he's limping just a little bit. To take over in the commentary box now, Ravi Shastri, and with him, Barry Richards.
Thank you, Tony. Shoaib Akhtar on fire. Edged and not quite carrying. What an amazing turnaround we've had in this game in the last 10 minutes. Shoaib Akhtar, who started all the problems for South Africa, he doesn't look too good here. We saw Kirsten pulling up for South Africa, and just get the feeling that Shoaib Akhtar has pulled his groin or abductor muscle here. We saw the physio coming out when he had picked up a wicket to stretch him. Yes, that is the problem.
And that's a real blow. He brought this game alive. He decimated the middle order with some sheer pace. Dale Benkenstein not in line. Mark Boucher perhaps just a little bit unlucky out on the hook shot, but he's in trouble. Gary Kirsten, such an important member of the South African side, he's off, and now Shoaib Akhtar. He definitely should come off.
Yes, it'll be crazy for him to carry on and aggravate the injury. And he wasn't happy. This is the delivery he bowled and then just pulled up. He doesn't feel it as yet. Not as yet. But now. And what a blow this is for Pakistan, because he was on a roll here. 4.3 overs, 3 for 8. He'll get a standing ovation from the crowd when he leaves the ground. But he's turned this match around in a matter of minutes. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Abdul Razak will bowl those 3 deliveries. And Shoaib Akhtar off for some treatment. And Shoaib Akhtar, he looks to be wanting to come back. Just can't keep him out. Barry, he reckons he can knock over a couple more. He's still got 5.5 overs up his sleeve.
Amazing what the side of number 9, 10 and 11 does for you. If it had been one.
What an over from Shoaib Akhtar a little while earlier. First to go was Boucher.
I think that was a little unlucky. He got a little inside or top edge. It's a debatable one, but the next 2 aren't. Comprehensive. Pace, and then pace again. Just too late, Lance Klusner. To him. I'm not sure this is a good move. I know it's important to win, but the final is also very, very important.
Nandi Hayward on strike. Now this is going to be exciting, because when Hayward was bowling to Akram and Shoaib Akhtar, few words were exchanged, and fast bowlers have a good memory. In the commentary box now, Tony Gregg and Ramesh Raja.
Yes, I don't understand this. That one flicked away on the onside. This seems absolute madness to me. Yeah, they got a wonderful fast bowler who clearly is either, he's limping, he's winching from pain. This is a match which has no real consequence. They're going to go through to the final in a couple of days' time, and yet he's back on the ground bowling. Now, there must be a reason for it, and perhaps Ramesh Raja, who's on the technical, is one of the hierarchy of Pakistan cricket at the moment, be able to explain this to me, mate. What's the story?
Pretty non-technical move there, Tony. I just fail to understand this. He's clearly not feeling 100%, stretching his groin. There you see the doctor really, along with Wasim Akram, who must have thought that he's fit enough, but clearly he's in pain from a shot and run up. I don't know what will be achieved with this.
Down the leg side now then, this is interesting. I think it's Moen Khan who's had enough of I think he's probably had enough of all this injury stuff, play when you want to and don't play, and I just judging by his reaction down at the back there, I think what he was saying was get back to the long run and bowl. I think he's probably trying to take a bit of a stance here, Moen Khan. Now then, this over's going to last one ball, it seems. Now Moen Khan trotting down the pitch to have a talk to him.
This wasn't required really, because Pakistanis are romping home. And Shoaib Akhtar picking up 3 wickets in 1 over. There you see him clearly saying that he can't bowl. Very difficult for a speedster really, if he's injured in that area, to come back immediately and bowl at full throttle.
Yes, I've got to say that's one of the more stupid things I've seen. The guy was clearly injured, goes off the ground, he has treatment, back on and tries to bowl fast again. I mean, you wouldn't worry about it too much if he was just a gentle little medium pacer. The guy's a furiously fast bowler.